Alright guys, well I was just on eBay and I come across this little module. Basically it's a little clock kit that you have to put together. So you can see you have to put all the resistors and the microcontroller, the timer, all the resistors and the LEDs. So here's the display. You can see it does hours, minutes, and seconds. And there's some LEDs for the colon. More resistors here. Here's the microcontroller along with its bracket there. More resistors, some transistors. So I'm going to put this together. I would like to do a time lapse with this, but I need 3 hands and I don't have those. So I will show you the finished product. Boys, well, we got her going now, eh? How about that? It's chooching. Look, you can tell. Friggin', it took so long to do this, it was unbelievable. I don't have the right equipment, of course. My soldering iron has a tip that is so oxidized, and it's pretty much a piece of crap. I need to get a new one for sure. At least a new tip, I mean, but I was using some solder that was lead-based, which is a lot better than the lead-free stuff, and it had a rosin core, and it was going on great, but the friggin' iron was just chooched. So yeah, I just plugged it in. So it's reading 10 o'clock in the morning now, so I need to figure out the different things here, functions and what have you. But yeah, it's chooching. Friggin' rights it is. I thought, man, if this doesn't work, what a waste of time. But I started about 2:50 p.m. here on Saturday, and now it's about 10 after 4, so 3.5 hours just to do this. Holy. Okay, so I got the time set now. Apparently there are like 4 or 5 different functions. There's, of course, setting the time. There's an alarm feature, so you can see the little buzzer right there. There is a stopwatch, so it counts up. And then there's a countdown timer, which counts down to 0 after a set amount of time. And then there's just like a counter function. So each time when you're in this mode, you press the S1 button, it will just advance the thing up there by 1 unit. So I guess you could use it as like a scoreboard kind of deal. So that's pretty cool. The only thing is I need to find an enclosure for this, like a little box to put it in or something. I mean, it'd be okay like this, but I wouldn't want the back of it to be touching any kind of metal surface because all the component leads are sticking out. But if you look, all of the instructions are in, Chinese, so I can't make out any of this. I mean, do you know what this says? I mean, like when I powered it up, I got this 1010-0. But I mean, here's the component list, and I could make out what this was because like this right here is resistors, more resistors here. There's a 0 ohm resistor, 5.1K, 30 picofarad capacitor, and a 104. There's the 12 megahertz timer, 6x6x5. That's one of the switches. One IC, that's IC, that's the chip we're using. So there's the chip, and then there's the holder socket. And then over here we have some transistors, one of those, the 78L05 and the 8550, there were 7 of those. 5-volt terminal block, there's one of those. There are 4 LEDs, 3mm, 36, I don't know what that is. There's capacitors here, and then different things. So yeah, it worked out pretty well.